Five, four, three, two, one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the magical hour of the LB show, which is partly L, partly B, and that's Lonnie and B, Ryan. There he is right there, folks. I'm the L, he's the B. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Yeah.
And my picture of the back, I switched to a picture of my children playing in the trees for just a day. But it's a cool picture. I like that. And I'm not gonna. I was changing pictures every day on my background. Now I'm just, I don't know what I'm doing now. But for the moment, I just kind of want to put that there. And then this is a magical. If I could put this right here, there you go, sticker. All right, there we go. Actually, maybe I need a shirt. Maybe we need a shirt. But how are you doing, Brian?
Good, really good. Got a few compliments on the hat, mostly from kids walking down the street making fun of it. They can come up with some pretty good stuff off the letter B. So.
Oh, I'm certain. And talk about being rude, jeez, right?
Yeah.
They be an asshole. They probably said, "You be an asshole."
Well, I'm the most popular guy with all the troublemakers out there, so because they avoided slashing my tires, everybody else but me. So I must have street cred.
Yeah, you never know. Actually, there is something to be said about that.
Well, I bet the guy was slashing tires, and he said, "Hey, my brother's band played there. That guy's cool." Next.
Did they actually catch the kid?
Yeah, he's 20 years old. I don't know him, but he may have been to a few shows. So I want to thank the Toxic House for saving me.
Yeah, you never know.
Who knows?
Yeah, you never know. I mean, they met he might have just, you have a new truck and he decided, well, maybe I won't get the new truck.
Well, I have it's well lit too. If you do it, and our cars are pulled up. So if you do it, everybody's going to see you. So, and
you're by the corner.
Everybody knows I do camera stuff. So they're probably thinking that guy's got cameras probably everywhere.
Right. Yeah. And you do, I mean, it's kind of like, the camera stuff, anything you can do to, keep it well lit. And like I said, you're by the corner, so you're pretty close. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
you're not on the corner. I'm not telling anybody where you're at, but usually he works on the corner and he lives next to it.
Yeah, and the corner guy got 3 cars victimized. Yeah, 2 or 3. I thought they said 3, and then the neighbor next to me got a truck tire punctured, and he ended up for some reason having to get all 4 tires. And then they went to T&T Tire and said the place was packed. Right? They had 6 or 7. Yeah, the next day he said it was packed.
Well, that's when then you have to question the people who sell the tires. You're like,
Yeah.
Was he a relative of that guy or what?
I think he was just a troubled kid with no prospects, and probably was angry, and who knows, man.
Well, when we get to it, I hear some noise in that thing again, by the way.
Oh, you do? Let's double check. It's probably right here.
I'm on the ocean. There you go. Right there, you're perfect.
Okay, is it doing it again?
I hear a little hum, but...
well, I think what it is if the cord touches the...
coffee?
Computer or something.
Yeah, it's a good possibility. Yeah.
I've learned that all this video and audio stuff is very touchy, very temperamental.
Very, very touchy-feely. Yeah, no, most definitely. And no matter... Yeah. It's like you have to go into a bubble and just not touch anything, not do anything, It's
yeah, very delicate.
Yes. I was actually recording it for some odd reason. Now I'm not, but it just comes on automatically and I have to turn it off. So,
well, before we started, you asked about the chalkboard, and we have a blank chalkboard because today is a blank slate. We can do anything we want.
We can do anything we want. Well, there you go, folks. I would suggest if we're gonna write something in there, let's do a letter, or a number, or what should we do? I don't know.
Well, have you ever heard tabula rasa? It means blank slate.
I've heard of tablerone, which is means a chocolatey slate.
Oh, Toblerone is good stuff.
Toblerone. That's a
Tabula
Toblerone.
Rasa, I believe it is, a blank slate. It's like every day is a blank slate. You have to write it, write your day, write your story.
It is. Actually, it is every day, and there's never a time you can't reset it. I believe that. It's just drives me crazy. And you know what we've been doing? Yesterday, actually, spent most of my day and a half, I guess, watching the Yes Theory.
Oh yeah.
So the Yes Theory, if you have a chance, you've seen some of it.
Oh, I loved it. One of my
Yeah, and
favorite shows. Seriously.
yeah, and that's I got stuck on that thing because it's so positive. I mean, it's just the Yes Theory goes over about uh, what their all their gear says. What does it say? The shirts and stuff. It says seek discomfort.
Yes, seek
And
discomfort. That's their brand.
yeah, and seek discomfort is the truth in life. If you are comfortable, well, that's good for a moment, but you need to go on, do better and seek discomfort and see where the problems in your life lie, and then attack them. Kind of. I mean, that's kind of what they do with the seek discomfort. I mean, they do some amazing things. That's just a cool show.
Oh yeah, it's great. I was watching a thing about Marvin Hagler, and he had the same theory in life: seek discomfort. The first thing he did every day in the morning was put on his army boots and go running at 4 a.m, and he hated it. And then after that, everything was gravy. After that, it was easy.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these guys are really cool. And the main guy, the main guy, oh, I lost you.
Oh, you did.
Oh, the
All
main
right.
guy, he risked everything to come to America. His father didn't want him to do it and disowned him for coming to America, but he wanted to climb this pyramid that turned out to be the highest pyramid in the world, turned out to be in South America. So he wanted to come, and he got disowned.
Yeah, he did, and he had his own for being part of and helping start this Yes Theory and the seeking discomfort, and they just do some amazing things. I'm very very proud of them. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like what my dream is, and
Well, here they are.
yeah, there you go. Let's see. And I can't see them. That's on my way. Okay, there we go. That's the first three guys. Yeah, and then they've got a lot more, or not a lot
Oh
more,
yeah,
but
yeah. They bring in a lot of people, but they shatter the illusion that millennials are
lazy.
entitled and lazy because these guys work hard.
Yes, they do. They do. And matter of fact, that was the Grand Canyon. I haven't seen that. I have not seen that episode, but I watched an episode this morning, and the episode was they said, let's just go find somebody at the airport going somewhere, and basically challenge them to not go where they're going to go and go
Wow,
with them to wherever their dream place is in the United States, and the place they'd never gone before. They're like, if
wow.
you had dream vacation, where would it be? And so this
Really?
time it was quite interesting. It was they ended up with a elderly, not elderly. He's probably seven. I don't know. He's 60 at least, and not elderly. He's just
Oh, 1 foot in the grave, 60.
no. I was trying to think here. He was an older gentleman, and his wife was younger, and his son was about 15. So,
Wow.
but they haven't worked for a couple of years. They actually are very apparently wealthy of some sort. But that's not here nor there. Point was that they've gone through every state in the United States except
Really?
for Alaska and Hawaii, or Hawaii and Honolulu, and they said, well, where did you want to go? He goes, well, if we could go anywhere in the world, we've always wanted to go to Honolulu. And so all of a
Wow.
sudden they took that family and took them to a trip to Honolulu. It was really cool, actually, just to watch somebody's dream come true. I mean, it was interesting, but that guy had said that his whole life he's wanted to eat all 50 states. He's like, and I had pretty much given up on that. And now you guys, and we had talked about it 5 minutes ago, and you walked up and said that, and now our family's going with you to Honolulu. So it was pretty cool. They went over there and did some stuff. But I mean, they just take people out of their comfort zone, and You know, they've climbed the biggest pyramid in the world as a group. I mean, it was like 105 degrees outside, 99% humidity, and they did that. You know, they did, and they've gone in the abyss apparently. Well, I don't know where, to freeze themselves out of just to make themselves a bigger, better being. You know,
Yeah.
but we saw a lot of stuff they did. They went to they found on, they Googleized, they GTS'd the most boring town in the world, or in town in the United States. Apparently, they said it was,
Really?
yeah, the most boring. They Googled the most boring city in the United States or town, and they went there, and they actually threw a big party. I didn't watch the rest of that one, but it looked pretty good. I mean, they just do so much stuff because they say yes. That's their theory. Is let's do it. You know, we'll figure out a way. We'll have somebody. Somebody will. If we pitch to them, they'll pay for something. You know, and they'll make it happen. So it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Pretty cool. Pretty inspirational, actually. And how they help the cancer patient. You know, follow his dreams and stuff. And yeah, interesting. Did you watch that one about the cancer patient guy that wanted to meet Tom Brady and stuff? Did you read that
Oh, I
one?
didn't see that. You told me about that. That's great.
Mhm.
Oh, and
Yeah.
they did some helicopter bungee deal with Will Smith.
Yeah, because they said, "Hey, let's try this," and it's like daring each other, but it's not mostly not dangerous. It's just, I mean, let me rephrase that. It is dangerous stuff they do, but not that bad. It's just going outside your comfort zone. You know.
Yeah. Well, a 5-day hike in the South American jungle. That was pretty wild.
Yeah, definitely. And then the one up in the ice where they met the Iceman Wilhelm, I think his name is. I'm not sure, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, no, so kudos to those guys.
They also had some great equipment. They were talking about the Red camera, and I was going to show you this. The Red, yeah, this is what they kept talking about. This is some high quality camera that people have shot actual movies with it. And
Well, yeah, whatever they're using, they've got some. I don't think they always use that, but
no, one of the guys had it on one of the trips.
yeah,
It's pretty cool.
yeah, that's a cool camera. That's a half. Oh man, that's a half format. That's great. That's phenomenal, actually. I mean, even half format in a camera is great, but in a film or a digital camera, wow, that would be. I wonder how much that costs. Probably 10 grand.
I'll look it up. But what is half format?
It's the size of your aperture and the film that you're using.
Oh,
Well, it was the film. Now it would be
digital signal.
yeah, it would be your I don't know how much, as far as, you know, like we do 1080, whatever we do. I don't even know what we do on ours, but the pixels that you have on something like that. Yeah, half format just is a big picture that goes on a big negative, you know. So you're able to see pretty cool stuff. I mean, a lot of the old pictures, the giant pictures, when you go, those cameras poof, and they poof in the old 1800s. The clarity would be because the box camera, there's a poof. That's a half format. And those are actually way better than a lot of the smaller film that we've used in the past. I mean, 8mm is tiny, and that's the camera we used for a long time, you know, on the little side cameras that we used to use in the 70s, 80s. But half format is huge. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. But it's been so long since I've been in the camera world, I might be lying. I don't think so, but yeah, I said I always wanted a camera like that, but I developed some, so I knew. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't mind traveling the globe and doing what's impossible, making it possible, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, I posted about that, oddly enough, on my Facebook this morning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, if you
I've
talked on my Facebook.
It's just nice. It's nice that you have your Facebook going again. I'm still celebrating that.
I know, right? There we go. And yeah, it's much easier. I play my games, and I can tell people they can't join certain things anymore. Oh boy.
Oh wow, excluding people, that's tough. So I'm thinking we can, check your couch cushions, and we'll get us a red camera. They're only this one's only 19,950. So,
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
but
Just suggested monthly payments of $1,700. Yeah, that's
yeah, forget that house, man. You don't need a house. That's
yeah.
fun.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. I mean,
Well, they said the picture is almost as good as the iPhone 12. So I mean, that's
mhm,
amazing.
right? Yeah. Well, the iPhone 12 is basically that on. I mean, I have no idea. I would like to see a comparison, side by side comparison on that though. The 12 versus the half format or the red camera. Wow, that's a lot of money for a camera.
Yeah, there are some that are 6 thou, but still, it's for what we're doing now. Your phone's awesome. It's just amazing. The phone technology with cameras over the last couple of years is amazing.
It really is. It's crazy. I think it's only gonna get better. Pretty soon be doing we'll just be pop up as holograms in front of people and saying, "Hey, hello, yada yada."
Yeah.
That's how the adult industry is going. I guess. I don't know. Holograms. That'd be awesome. Not that I would take advantage of that at all. But speaking of which, the adult industry, not that I care, but yesterday, a gentleman, and fuck me, excuse my language,
Oh,
but excuse me. The thing is that yesterday, a guy went he was a dirtbag Nazi. He went to 4 massage places
oh yeah.
and shot the little Chinese massage people because he said he had a sexual addiction and that I'm not quite certain, but he went and shot these little Chinese massage places, and I'm like, what a dirtbag! I mean, not only is he degrading the people to do what they want him to do, but then when he got his own problems, he comes in there and just unloads on them. You know?
That was terrible. I think it was three of them, but 3 places, 8 people killed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
people.
know. I just
Yeah,
can't even imagine that.
I don't know. I'm just like, that. What did they do to you besides try to serve you? Actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but it's terrible. There is good news out there, though. There's a lot going on. I see things reopening. Several restaurants we've checked out, and it's just nice to see people serving out in public. People enjoying a nice meal. It's just good to
Oh
see
yeah.
the reopening.
Well, last night was the Leprechaun Night, or St. Patty's Day, is affectionately referred to as St. Patty's Day. And I'll tell you what, I went out and probably caught the COVID. What I mean was,
You went out?
I went over and met some friends for dinner, and actually everybody at my table, but I was very uncomfortable. We went to a place called not Shamrock. Went to Porky's, and so I had some friends who invited me over there, and I went and had dinner with them. But all of a sudden, it was not super packed at all, but there was probably still 6 people at the big table I was at, and everybody there had COVID.
Oh wow.
Yeah, everybody on the table besides me had COVID. So I'm like, oh, good God. But they'd all had it a long time ago. So theoretically, they can't pass it on to me, but that's not true either because they can carry it around in their nostrils and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, you got
But
the first vaccine. They said I think
I have had the first vaccine.
85% effective. Plus, it also helps minimize the symptoms.
Mhm. Yeah, so I know.
We got to do this. We got to bite the bullet though and call it the Trump vaccine.
Trump, you get a shot, a Trump shot.
Trump vaccine, because we were calling it the Trump virus, so I have to be fair and call it the Trump vaccine.
I called it the Trump virus before because
yeah, I did.
he let it grow, and but like I said, I don't want to go political on this whole thing, but
But he's
no.
not a politician anymore. He's just a guy.
Well,
He lives in a
He
three-bedroom
lives in-
apartment. He's got a three-bedroom apartment in New York. It's not that nice. I mean,
He's
he's
got
a
a gold.
plus now.
He's got a gold toilet in every room, and yeah,
Well, not in every room, just the bathroom.
you're right.
A gold toilet in the kitchen, and it's not that cool.
Yeah, no, that's an interesting concept of a golden bidet in the bathroom or in the kitchen.
That's pretty weird stuff, but some people like that.
Yeah, well, I think in particular, he is no longer the president, and we can call him the Trump shot,
Trump
get a
vaccine.
vaccine. Yeah, because he did help. I mean, I say he helped. He basically signed an agreement saying, hey, try to help people,
Yeah.
which was the first thing I've known him being nice for. So there you go.
Well, I
But
just felt good to finally be able to say something good like that. It feels good, and they're getting them out. I think they'll have everybody vaccinated that wants to by the end of May, I believe.
Which is pretty interesting, because why in the hell would somebody not want to get vaccinated? Because they think that the same people who don't want to get vaccinated are the same ones who thought that it was a joke to begin with.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think.
that's consistent, though. If you think it's a joke, you shouldn't get vaccinated.
Yeah. Well, true. Well,
I wouldn't get a vaccination for something I didn't think existed,
well, but now they do believe it exists.
Oh, they do.
Oh yeah, they know it's real now. I think. I mean, you can't not know it's real. You've got people who are actually. I mean, we've got 500,000 Americans dead. Now, mind you, we also have had very few flu deaths this year.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, duh. I mean, if people are wearing their masks and stuff from one virus, they're not going to catch another. You know what I mean? So it'd be stupid of people to not wear masks during the flu season nowadays. You know what I mean? Considering how many people it's like we have contained the flu. It's just, I never thought that would happen.
Oh, yeah.
But because it's done inadvertently. They contained one virus and they actually inadvertently contained another, which is great. I mean, I've heard the flu deaths, and I don't know this for certain, but flu deaths in the United States are like normally 100. I don't know how many. I have to look at it. I know it's just down a lot. Let me see here. I find out because death. There we go.
Well, a lot of, or not a lot, but some people think the vaccine killed Marvin Hagler and Hank Aaron. So we'll be arguing about that for a while, and they'll be arguing every year about the flu season. So we've got some things to look forward to.
Yeah, the flu has almost entirely disappeared this winter, with just 1,500 cases reported in the U.S.
Wow.
Yeah, since September. Wow, that's crazy. That is nuts. I mean, yeah, I remember. I mean, I didn't care. The flu wouldn't kill me, but I remember having it. I had it before. Actually, I haven't had it God bless. Knock on wood here. That I don't get that sick that often. So, you know what I mean? My body gets something and burns it out pretty quick, because it's learned to overcome a lot of things.
Yeah, you might have a good immune system. So.
Well, I do. Matter of fact, I'll tell you, in the immune system, when I had a brain injury and I died, come back, revived, whatever, and literally my body was working like a clock. Boom, boom, boom. It wouldn't allow other metals and stuff to be around it. It was really weird. It was like a magnetic. It's like it was so magnetic because the power was going through it so much. The healing, it was just so weird that you couldn't put a watch on my arm. You couldn't. I couldn't walk through certain things like security things and set things off. It was weird. It was just odd, but yeah, your body does some pretty amazing things when it needs to.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to find more stories about that. Actually, people doing some pretty outlandish and crazy things for help. The body. That'd be cool. Oh, by the way, I do have questions for you today. If you have any
Yeah. Oh, but
time for
first I want to say happy birthday to my sister Patty. She's one day after St. Patty's Day, so it's her birthday. Hope she has a great one. Love you, sis.
Hey, well, happy birthday to your sister Patty. Happy birthday. And she couldn't be the saint, but she had to be Patty, huh?
You what?
She couldn't be a saint, so she had to be a Patty the next day. It started with the saint, no, it's the Patty. Saint Patty, forget it.
Oh yeah.
St. Patty's Day, yeah, silly. But that's cool though. How old? But no, I don't want to know. She what? No.
We'll have her age and weight for every woman in this town. We're going to do that. We're going to compile
Yeah.
a list. Yeah, we
I
don't
think.
ask ages or weights with women, and that's okay.
Yeah, I think they're
Probably
110,
sexist.
110 each, and they are 35 years old. So that's pretty much they don't can't get over than that.
She's
Every
doing
woman.
great though. She got the vaccine, and she's excited because she likes to get out and do things and go to the La Favorites and have coffee and all that. So she's getting back out in the world. I love it.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, my cousin's has his birthday today. He's like a brother to me, actually.
Oh, wow.
So, Mr. Magic Mike Johnson, happy birthday to you,
Oh,
brother.
wow.
And yeah, I hope it's a good one. I actually emailed him or texted him earlier so I could take him a breakfast after this, maybe. I don't know, but he hasn't responded yet, so we'll find out. But I hope he has a great day. He's a hell of a guy. Hell of a guy. Mr. Magic Mike Johnson. And then, but yeah, I have a few questions for you here, Brian, if you're ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so. These ones are actually, so these are off of questiongems.com, and they are paranoia questions. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Who is most likely to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame as far as your family or friends go? Or you?
I think it'd be me now, but it would have been my little sister Kari. She was more unique than I am and a little wilder. But yeah, I guess it'd be me now. So I better get on it.
Right, get on it. There you go. Well, you can always go glue one on there yourself, and if you don't make it big, if you don't make it here, you make it anywhere.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that'd be cool. And I believe in you, Brian. I think it could actually happen. You never, if that's something you want, I bet you.
No, that's not. It's not even a goal now. It was when I was younger, but it's not a goal now. That seems almost overly selfish and a little too much for my age. But when I was younger, I liked that.
As far as you and your kids go, who is more likely to watch the same movie over and over and over?
I think Carson, which I've encouraged that. We've watched Rocky several times, and he always wanted to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas when he was really young. So I'd say Carson.
Yeah.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah,
probably me. Probably me out of my kids, because my kids, because my kids. Well, they're not as old. I guess I feel like they're too young to do that as much. But actually, that's not true. I'm going to say right there, stop that and say my son Chandler, because Chandler said a while back that he had seen that cop show. I can't remember what it was, 9 times, the whole series 9 times.
Yeah.
Oh, Dexter. He said he watched Dexter 9 times, the whole series. That's a little extreme, especially if it's a murderous movie, a murderous show.
That's actually, he needs to be on some sort of watch list for that.
I know, right? I'm like, dude, that's not good. You need more positive things in your life. That's horrible.
Yeah. I've watched Seinfeld probably 5 or 6 times the whole thing through, but that's Dexter that's too disturbing. I didn't even make it through the whole thing. I just skipped ahead to the end finally.
I know, right? I couldn't do it. I didn't watch the end of it. Did it actually end? Did he kill his sister or skin? I don't even know.
It ends with it. No, he never killed anybody that was good. He just killed serial killers. But he ended up escaping to Washington State, where he got on a logging crew.
Are you serial?
Yeah. He had a beard. Nobody knew who he was. He was the new guy. He was sitting in this little trailer thing. You know how they have little trailers at the work sites, and he was. They were doing some major logging, and there he was. Nobody knew.
Oh, well, and actually, Washington State's a perfect place for him because we know a lot of serial killers have come from Washington State.
Yeah, well, one of the Hillside Stranglers moved to Washington State, and then got caught here. So.
Well, Ted Bundy was from here, right?
Oh yeah.
And Gary Ridgway was from here.
Yes.
And he's probably the most prominent one, actually, Gary Ridgway, as the
I'd say the most. Ted Bundy's probably the most known.
Most known, but I'm not sure how many people did Ted Bundy? She can't speak. Did Ted Bundy? Shit. How many people did Ted Bundy kill?
I'm not even sure. I used to study that guy when I was younger, but quite a few, 30 something maybe. I don't know. But
Yeah.
they do think he killed somebody when he was 12. They didn't. Nobody solved the case back then, but they're pretty sure it was him. It was his neighborhood in Tacoma. So.
Yeah. See, a lot of these right here, I think it's funny. It's right to you. It says, "Who's most likely to be a movie director?" And I would say you. You know. And
I actually think Keenan would be a better director. So.
who is most likely to play a nude scene in a movie?
None of us.
I bet you I could see that the fearlessness part of that Keenan
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
is if he's up for it, you know what I mean? He's one of those if he has little fear, you know what I mean? He'll just do it. If he believes in it, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine it. We're kind of a modest, almost prudish family.
I understand.
I
Okay.
don't even like nude scenes in movies. I like partial. I like where they suggest things. I don't like nudity.
Yeah, no, I agree with that actually. I mean, suggested nudity is always better.
Yeah.
You know, unless it's like anything else. Nobody wants to. If you want to, you gotta build up a. You just gotta build up a thing. You can't just go, oh well, there's the sex. You have to, or suspense in a movie. Any type of suspense.
Yeah.
That helps, you know, quite a bit. Yeah, I am. My little questionnaire went kind of sideways on me there. I think so. But that's okay. No, anyways, what have you been up to the last couple of years? Hey,
Last
buddy,
couple of years.
I'm just kidding. I'm like, it's just a odd. I'm trying to find this stupid thing, and it kind of, my thing disappeared on me, so now I can't really show you what I was looking at,
Yeah.
and which is
It's funny,
fine.
it's kind of cool you asked that because I'd say the last couple of years, maybe kind of coming out of the dark in a sense from some crap in my past, but now everybody's doing that. So I feel like everybody caught up to me. So it's kind of a rebirth.
Well, I think the last year has been a rebirth for a lot of people because of the whole pandemic. It's like,
Yeah. And my rebirth was kind of started a little bit before that. So yeah, I like seeing people right now. Everybody's starting to come out. So that's kind of cool. Nothing
Yeah.
better than a rebirth.
right. Well, yeah. So, okay, another question for you, Brian. Who is your celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush. Right now, I don't have one, but my one of my first was Sybil Shepherd when I was about 14. She was in a movie called Heartbreak Kid, so that set it off.
Heartbreak Kid with Matt Dillon.
Oh, with Charles Grodin, believe it or not, it was 1973.
Oh,
Hey, the year you were born.
yeah. Wow. Yeah. Then you got me beat. That's for sure. The Heartbreak Kid came out again years later with
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller. That's right.
I didn't really like it. It was okay. It was okay, but I'm not a big on remakes, you know?
Yeah. I'll have to watch that with Simple Shepherd. She was definitely a pretty girl back in the day. I mean,
And Eddie Albert from Green Acres was her father, and he wanted to basically kill Charles Grodin the whole movie. So it was pretty funny.
well, yeah, no, that's probably if they redid it, it's probably a decent movie. I haven't seen it for ever. I mean, I've never seen that show, so I'd have to try to watch that. Um, yeah. Well, I think Sybil Shepherd is ever since I saw her in Moonlighting, of course, that was my crush on her then, actually.
Yeah, and that was way later in her career.
It was Bruce Willis. She's probably 40 at that time, actually. I don't recall, 35, 40, something like that.
Yeah.
How old was she in that Heartbreak Kid?
She seemed like she was in her 20s. She was in several movies back then. By the time she got to Moonlighting, she had already had the big career, and then her and Willis just didn't get along. So that was a rough 5 years or 4 years or whatever.
I think my first celebrity crush was probably Princess Leia with the big freaking ears on her head. Not ears, but the buns on the side of her head. She's pretty cute back then. I thought, it worked pretty well for her.
Yeah, the hair thing ruined me. I had no interest in her at all because of that. I didn't like it. Then I saw her in a movie later, and she had regular hair, and I liked her. But that just bugged me.
Yeah, well, it was interesting for sure, but she was pretty, and she was strong.
Yeah.
She's a princess. She's whatever she is. She's just a strong leader for young girls to look up to. Actually, kind of funny. Yeah, I think I listen to women more as an authoritarian figure than males. So I guess because my mom
growing up that way.
Yeah, grew up that way. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's funny. I don't want to do a psychoanalysis on myself right now, but yeah, it's kind of funny to think about that. It's like, oh well. Then my daughter though too. She watches a lot of heroin films. I mean, people movies where there's a heroin involved.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that word either, man.
I don't either. I don't ever have like that word, heroin.
Terrible. Call her a hero.
Yeah, hero.
I do.
Female hero. There you go.
Yeah. It's the hero. Just call her the hero. We'll figure out it's female. Oh, I did want to say it's my Uncle John's birthday today. So here he is, Uncle John. Maybe the most evil man in the history of America, but that's okay. He's a wild-looking dude.
He was
a scary-looking guy to have as an uncle.
Well, it's kind of funny that I can actually, if you let your hair grow out, you could portray him.
Yeah. Oh, he looks a little bit dandy there. So, yeah, that's wild. So,
ladies and gentlemen, that's the late
Vice President
John Calhoun.
John C. Calhoun. A lot of people think he's the reason they had a Civil War. He died in 1850, but he was setting the tone for the Civil War. So if you think your family screwed up, come on over. We'll talk.
Right. Yeah, I didn't know where my family's. I mean, I know where they're at, but where they're from, but I don't know any pictures of people in the history. So, I'm sure we just knocked off everybody. Something, I don't know. It's like,
oh no, you'll find somebody, and then as you go back, like you were talking about, going back with Ancestry.com or one of those and finding out all that information. It's pretty cool that you do that now.
Well, I think it's kind of interesting. Like in this area, my name is Knowles, and my family lineage is Knowles, Peterson, Nelson, White, Peterson, Joe Johnson. Johnson's my huge name too. So, it actually split. Johnson and Peterson made the Knowles, and that's how that kind of came about. But anyways, yeah.
That was actually Adam's last name. Was Johnson.
Adam Johnson?
Adam Johnson was the first human.
Oh, that's right. There you go. Yeah.
Well, God was thinking Adam Smith, but he said that's way too common. I got to go a little better.
He was the first one. It was Adam Johnson. You are right. But I don't have much on here. What's something weird, Brian, that you find attractive?
What's something weird? Most weird things I seem to like, but I've kind of toned it down as I get a little more seasoned, as they say. Something that's weird that I like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I enjoy occasionally going to the underground cockfighting in the basement of the Maltese. I mean, that's weird. People, that was last night. I'm kind of glad you didn't get a hold of me.
Yeah, no, I know. Oh, you're not using chicken, but you're not using chickens, are you?
Well, speaking of no, it's not. Speaking of naked, it's not chickens. So.
That's what I was saying.
Local man, basically.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
Well, when a guy pulls up in a big truck, we know he's going to lose.
Right, there you go. Well,
No, I'm trying to think weird things that I like.
No.
Well, this is weird. I like watching how-to videos of stuff I'll probably never do. That's kind of weird.
Well, those questions, by the way, come from Cosmos. 20 questions to ask.
Oh, well, bring it on. I love that. I read Cosmo all through high school, college.
Oh,
Love that magazine.
Brian.
Oh, one time I found a coworker's wife's Cosmos and all the answers to her quizzes about wild stuff. She was an older lady, and we were like, "Oh, we can't."
I love that. I love that.
We never mentioned it. We never
when
mentioned.
you find a Cosmo and you go through and find people had, filled it out. And it's like,
Yeah.
wow, holy crap. Yeah.
Well, he was a 60-year-old teacher, and he brought in magazines, and I requested, bring in magazines. We're going to make these collages. Well, he didn't know his wife had filled them all out. I took them home, and my wife and I started reading them, and we were like, "Oh, his wife's a wild one," but we never mentioned it.
Yeah, I think that's great. I remember that. It's like people fill them out and you go back to read them and you're, oh my gosh, wow. Wow, that's weird. It's pretty good though.
You're supposed to burn them when you're done doing that, because if people find them, they know all your inner secrets.
Brian, how can someone as high as you be single?
As high as me? Well, I'm not even sure. Being high doesn't usually get you a woman, but
that's the question. So I'm not sure.
I was married almost 30 years, so I need my time. Everybody needs their time.
Yep.
We were born single.
Yeah, you're born single and you end single, kind of, sort of.
Well, you die alone. You're born single, so there you go.
Yeah, and how do you stay so attractive?
Probably.
How do you do it, Brian?
Probably false vanity. Just think you're attractive. Plus, I keep my weight down.
Yeah.
And I exercise, and I try to eat right. I just realized today I got to eat better. I got to maybe eat at home more.
Yeah.
I think all those rich meals are getting to me.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we'll go eat after lunch later on. I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Let's see. We should try to do something we should do a week of go eat, but try to find the cheapest places possible that can totally fill us up, or do the best, find out the best deals so we have a second meal later on, when you eat.
Well, there's one place that I go that always my stomach feels better after I eat, and it's healthy and I don't feel tired, and that's Northwest Sunshine. So maybe we try that out.
Yeah, that's good. I think that
that's awesome. So, to me, that's the best chicken in town.
Yeah, and oddly enough, I think that the Chipotle, I always get a second meal out of that food too. So
yeah, I've got a small issue I won't bring up with Chipotle right now, but I'll try to rectify it next time I'm there. But this Northwest Sunshine, that's just healthy food. I like it. The chicken's really good. It's funny we're talking about food though, because last night I watched a show about the Palestinians and the Jews basically fighting over a chicken place, a Palestinian chicken place, and there were protests and all that and big fights, and it was actually a comedy. Because the Palestinians and the Jews have had a 1,000-year battle or a war or whatever, or problem together. This was funny. They made it funny. Anytime you can make something serious like that funny, it's good.
Well, I don't. Yeah, Palace, that's if you make light of any situation, you are good. If you can't, then you know.
Well, the guy that wrote it was Jewish, so he's able to, like, if a guy like me wrote that, that wouldn't fly, but he wrote it.
Okay,
They
I've
were,
got a new one
people
for
were,
you.
well, it's funny. People were secretly eating at the Palestinian chicken place, knowing no Jew would ever come in there. So they felt good. They like their fellow Jewish people would not know. And that's what, so they would go there. But it turned out that's where people went to, Jewish people went to have affairs because they thought no Jews would be there. So it ended up backfiring on everybody.
Yeah, actually,
It's
you know,
hilarious.
I've never had Jewish food in particular, really. I mean, I've had kosher stuff, but not like an actual meal. So,
Yeah.
so I would go.
I was best man in a Jewish wedding. So
Did they chop it off for you while you were
yeah,
there?
they honored me and gave me gifts. It was pretty darn cool.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, no, that's cool.
Took me to a French restaurant. It was wild.
Hmm. Yeah, no, that's cool.
Oh,
Who's
and
wedding? Whose
yeah,
wedding was that?
what's that? It was Al Taylor got married, and he had converted to Judaism, and his wife was Jewish, and they just treated me really good. And we talked about religion a lot, and had a lot of similarities between Catholics and Jewish people. So that was a really cool thing. That really opened my eyes to a lot of things.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's quite no I know Al was a. I don't care.
No, he
Jewish.
converted.
That's cool. Oh, that's cool. Well, good for him. I mean, I guess you know if that's what they're into.
Great, he loves it. He was never religious before that. He loves the Jewish religion.
That's cool. Well, by the way, I don't know if Al ever watches, but a heads up to you, Al. Nice to see you, buddy. Long time no see. Been many years since I've seen him actually when you're at your house.
Yeah, we got to get him back here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Another question for you, Brian, is what is your astrological sign?
Oh, Gemini, of course.
But of course, now I also hold that symbol of the Gemini as mine as well. So maybe that's why we're crazy. I'm not quite certain. Probably, maybe. But what is your Chinese zodiac sign?
No idea.
You don't know? What?
I think I didn't like it. It was either rat or pig or something. So.
I'm the ox, apparently. So.
Oh yeah.
And that's actually this is the year of the ox as well as it was in 1973 when I was
Oh
born.
wow. Yeah, I don't. Just because of those, I don't like that system. They need to come up with better animals. Nobody should come up with a bad animal. You shouldn't. No.
I don't think there is a bad animal. They don't think, you know, they don't consider the pig or the rat a bad animal. They don't consider. I bet you probably like the rat is what it probably is.
Yeah, but I don't know why they would not think a rat was a bad animal. I don't, you know. I just think it's a faulty system, but that's okay. It works for them.
Yeah, it's a rat, rooster, ox,
I think they have a boar.
boar, maybe a snake.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, I need to learn more about the Chinese astrological signs. I don't know. I mean, they've been around for a long time though, so.
I don't think it's racist to think their system sucks. That's okay.
I don't think so either. I think it's okay because I believe more in the Meyer-Briggs nowadays and the other ones that are you know your 5 love talents, whatever they might be, your what do they considered your 5 love languages.
Oh,
Your love languages and a person's 5 love languages and your personality tests apparently seem to be more accurate and aligned than your astrological sign. But I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely I think I'd be a Gemini because I don't know, split personality, it appears like years ago, but now I don't. So as a kid growing up, I really thought I had split personality issues, but now I'm pretty much calm all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, but I think that when I was a child and I realized I was Gemini, I thought, oh my gosh, that makes sense. Why sometimes I'm very calm and collective, and sometimes I just want to kill somebody. You know, or yeah, you know, it's like makes it feel like everybody happens to. I mean, I had so much, but those are hormones going through your body, and it just doesn't make sense. you know. Um, I mean, that's a hard time for every boy in the world, and woman and girl, you know, because teenage years are a son of a gun, you know. Okay, Brian, what is your conflict style?
Button pusher. I'm trying to get out of that, but trying to get somebody to get emotionally involved and see what they really think. It has worked at times, but you push buttons, try to challenge people. That's why I don't get invited to any groups.
Oh, it's kind of funny, but it's sad, I guess. But I can see
Well, it's
that.
not really sad. It's actually pretty exciting, and I watch these UFC fights, and I realize that's their whole thing. That's what the business is based on: is getting under each other's skin,
Yeah, yeah, and you know
challenging
what?
each other.
But then again, that's the purpose of them because they are wanting to fight, and you know. But for
Well,
conf,
I only do it usually if somebody has been in the same problem for so long. You know what I mean? After 8 years, you're like, okay, I'm listening to you isn't working. Challenge you, and then they get mad, and they usually get their life together. But I never see them again. But that's okay. I find out later they're doing good because they threw away that crappy stuff they were doing. You know, because we've all done that. We've had stuff we do that we just got to get rid of.
yeah, no, I get that. Actually, you know, and that's one thing that you talk about. There's a positive and negative for everything, but
Oh
you talk
yeah.
about President Trump in the past, his style of certain things of doing conflict resolutions is basically he'll walk in a room, throw a grenade, and whoever is left standing
Yeah.
is. But you can't do it over and over because it kills everybody eventually. You know what I mean?
No, and
It worked a few times.
I try to just challenge people once in a while, but I've toned that down. And when I go back to work, I'm not going to use that technique at all.
Yeah, the conflict resolution should be the issue. You know how
Well,
to.
actually, it's kind of like settling. Just okay, great, that's good. You know, move
Yep.
on because most people don't want to be challenged, so it's fine.
Well, it's the
When
same
you
thing as.
when you're younger, though, it's a good thing. I mean, I had coaches that just ripped me apart, got me so mad, and then I do well.
Yeah, that's
Get
true.
under my skin, man. If you it's seek discomfort, that's
Yeah, seek discomfort, but your thing is basically saying if you're not seeking discomfort for yourself, I'm going to seek it for you. You know?
only if somebody's been doing the same. My husband's mean, and they're doing it 8 years later.
Yep.
It's either put up or shut up.
Yep.
You get 8 years. That's the rule.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with that. I mean, I not 8 rules, 8 years, but I understand. I mean, it's
Well, I know
people.
people that come into work with personal problems years ago, and they would come in uh, with the same one 2 years later, and you're like, you
Right.
gotta
Yeah.
move on.
Yep. I hear you. I get you. Well, we get stuck in ruts, and it's just hard to get out of.
Well, I'm trying to
But
do that for myself now. Just push buttons on myself, kind of challenge myself. So that's the way to go.
yeah, no, for sure. What is your greatest talent, Brian?
Um, Getting under people's skin, pushing buttons, forcing people to make changes at my expense too. So that's good. I got a lot of people out there that are doing great. They won't talk to me, but they're doing good.
What is your biggest weakness?
That.
So your greatest
Doing it
talent
for
and your
entertainment value on Facebook, I'm almost totally out of that. But I used to go on and go, "Oh, this guy, he thinks he's high and mighty. Let's tear him down a little bit." Doesn't work. It makes them so angry.
yeah, no, I agree with you. I understand that. And you know, well, another thing I have discovered is that on Facebook, been doing it for what, 10 years now, or 11 years, I guess, something like that. But I don't think that anybody at any time has ever actually learned about and changed the view of political views over anything on Facebook. You know what I mean? Nobody ever said, "Oh my gosh, that picture of President Obama has made me change my view about him." You know what I mean? I mean, So why do we even get it? It's your mom and dad once told you years ago, I'm sure, don't talk about politics and don't talk about religion
Yeah.
at a party. You know, you go to a party, you don't talk about certain things. And that Facebook is a party, you know.
Yeah.
Facebook is supposed to be a
It's a
celebratory thing.
party. There you go. And it's like the power of a positive comment. Like if I go on and say, man, that was a great comment. I never thought of it like that. Thank you. Man, they love it. It makes people feel
Yep.
good. So let's just do that. Get under their skin with
Nothing
something.
but positivity. Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
you're at a party. Facebook is a great party for everybody. And that's cool. Don't drag negativity into it. And I understand if somebody breaks into your car,
Oh, yeah.
you know, get that resolved real quick and find something, but don't bring your political views towards things because they don't get changed. You know,
Yeah.
if somebody wants to put a survey and says, "Hey, what do you think of this?" I would answer the question. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I don't want to change the way you think about me because I answered the question correctly or truthfully, I should say. You know.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If you be nice like that, it really gets, it really makes a positive or a long term effect. Because, like, I have a guy that always would say, "Oh, you were my hero." And he was in seventh grade. I was in ninth. I let him sit at my table. And it's still, he brings it up. And I just love the guy no matter what his politics are because we would not like each other otherwise. But he compliments me. And I've done that to people where I bring up, man, it was great having you on that team. You were the inspiration of the team. Then they don't even want to talk politics. They're like, I just want to talk about you, and they like you.
Right.
I want to
Well,
get under their skin in a positive way.
yeah. No, that's actually pretty good. It's funny you say that because the next question is, are you a competitive person? And I'm like, I'm not a competitive person
Yeah.
too much, but I guess I'm competitive in regards to goals or something like that, but not to like sports.
Yeah. I'm competitive sometimes too much because, like, I like if you're working somewhere and it's sales, I want competition. I want to be able to
Mm,
see how I won or if I won and have a
yeah.
goal. Yeah.
No, still, see, my goals are not usually with people. They are with myself. So, you know, like such as I wanted to be the ambassador of the year 1 years ago, whatever, in business. I wanted to be small business company of the year, and then I wanted to be the the business person of business person of the year for where I was at in Cowlitz County. You know, and I made those
Oh
accomplishments.
yeah.
I did it. So,
Congratulations.
oh, thank you. Yeah, but you know, to me, and I'm like, I just had to do it. You know, it's like, you know, I've got awards galore from when I've, you know, done stuff and been in the business, but it was just not as a personal thing. It wasn't like I'm trying to do better than some person in particular, but more of like, I just want to see me succeed, you know, and
Yeah.
same as my coming back from my stroke and stuff. It's like, as a personal thing, it's like, it's not against anybody else because everybody has their own little struggles. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not against Jim Brown who has had a stroke as well, or whatever. It's like everybody does their own stuff, and you've gotta go over those hurdles. And if I had a drug addiction and you had drug addiction, it'll be different for both of us. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I mean, the way that we've grown up and the way we've learned about things, it'd be totally different. So hopefully, you know, but hopefully you help each other. Now, I'll tell you what, the one thing I do like about military, bringing it back to the same, is the fact is that the military often tries to break a person down. I mean, it's hard to do, but they usually break a person down during their training and stuff, and to make it the same equal level opportunity. So that is where, you know, they give you rations of food. If you're fat, they do whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's hard to do, but they start when you're a Marine, you become a Marine. You are a government unit, and you're just as strong as and capable as the next person. You're like a machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're elite too. They have a, they talk about being Marines. It's an exclusive club, and I have no problem with that. I think it's great. I think if you weren't a Marine, you should sometimes feel bad that you weren't. Like I have regrets. Wish I was a Marine.
Yeah.
I'd be able to say, Semper Fi to my buddy from school. I can't. That's their
Right.
thing. That's their thing. I respect that a lot. Those guys.
Yeah, because they were broken down to that same level. It's like they'll never not be have that knowledge now, you know.
When they made it through that boot camp, so that nobody could take that away. And
Yeah.
no matter if they were done right after boot camp and sent home, it doesn't matter. If you made it through Marine boot camp, you're a Marine for life.
Right.
There's no such thing as an ex-Marine. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
No.
that they have the 62 and over Marines they're working on, I might still have a chance.
Pretty good actually. You never know. I do think that militarily though, I think that we as a nation kind of goofed up a little bit. I think that the children should be my thoughts on this. Possibly be joining at age 21 or 25, because at the age of, they say your brain doesn't stop developing until you're 25.
Yeah.
And so,
But you can't brainwash a 26-year-old as easily. I mean, and this is not negative. They have to brainwash those people. If you're going to fight a war for our country, they have to indoctrinate you. So 25-year-olds are going to be like, I don't know about this. I'm not really happy about this whole concept of this conflict.
yeah.
Can't
Oh,
have
yeah.
that. Can't
Yep.
have that.
Yep.
Now you can
No.
end all wars and it wouldn't even be necessary, but we're not there yet. I'm thinking another 300-400 years we'll have this whole war thing gone.
Maybe, but that's what they tried last time. And, America or the world just had to reset itself, and we come back here years later, and I mean, millions of years later, of course, where I don't know how that, that's time. That's for another time. Actually, it's time for us to get out of
We're
here.
almost
actually.
out of here. I just wanted to show off my hat because I'm getting compliments, mostly from guys, but that's fine. The guys like the B hat. Why?
It's a bright B. Why would you put a Y there? Just B. It's just
No,
B.
why do they like it? Why do they? Yeah. Something about the letter B.
It'd be, no, it's cool.
Wasn't that a song? Letter B, speaking words of wisdom. That was like the Muppets.
Let it be.
Well, the
Speaking
Muppets.
words of wisdom. Actually, that song was recorded on the street right behind me, right here, in this little that shop right there. I think actually, they recorded that years and years ago. Let it be.
I think the Muppets did a spoof, letter B, and then it was all about the letter B instead of let it be. That's pretty clever.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I love the Muppets though.
McCartney sued for 28 million, so that's
Kermie. Yeah, that's funny. Fozzie Bear. Yeah,
it's
love
you
those
see
guys.
that sometimes. It's pretty funny because you don't even know they're doing a spoof till about he's saying letter B, not let it be. That's good.
I'll watch it. I will look it up and watch it.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah.
you have a great day, everybody. And I know it's been a boring day for you, but hopefully you got something out of it. Have a good day. We're going to pound it out. Ready? Row, sham, vote.
Yeah, I almost did this,
I know.
but
I
this
thought-
we know this is this.
But yeah, you split my rock in half. There we go.
I tried to make you think I was going to do scissors. All right, well that was great. That was one of
You
your
got it. That's right.
good work today. I love it. You were on, man.
No, I was off this whole time.
Oh, you had good questions.
Yeah, well, it's all for Cosmo, baby.
You're good enough. You're smart enough, and
And
doggone
darn
it,
it, people like me.
they do.
There you go. Michael Jordan, love it.
See ya.